name of the team was Edgerton Youth Club. I was 7 years old, but they didn't have an under-7, so I had to play under-9s when I started, which wasn't too much of a problem because I was tall and lanky, so I fitted in all right, and I think it helped me because I was playing 2 years with my age for the first couple of years that I started playing football. Centre half, probably again because of my height. The manager put me at the back because I was strong against the other players, and after that I went to centre midfield and eventually moved up front. They were a pair of Patrick football boots. My nan bought them from a charity shop for £2.50 and I scored 101 goals in them that season. 12 in one game. Missed a penalty as well, could have been 13. But yeah, I kept them. I'm proud of them little Patrick boots. All my career goals are all from open play. No set pieces, no penalties. Another fact for you, mate. Manchester City, I was a member of the Junior Blues. My nan and granddad got me involved around 7-8 years of age, and I had a season ticket there from when I was around 7-8 years old up until I was 18. City won, they beat Huddersfield 10-1. I think it was late 80s, early 90s. They beat Huddersfield 10-1. I was at that game and it was amazing as a little kid to watch your team score 10 goals plus someone. I loved Dennis Bergkamp when I was growing up. Just loved the way he was like a big kind of target man, but his touch was unbelievable and he had all kinds of finishes in the locker. And he just played with a load of class, but he had a bit of anger in him as well. Like he could throw a naughty tackle in or an elbow, and he just wasn't scared to mix it up. And he was such a great player, great goal scorer, and brought other people into play so well. Stockport County, they offered me a YTS when I left school. I did a year of it, and then Gary Megson took over from Dave Jones, who went to Southampton. And he ended up taking me to Portugal with the first team, a bit like now with our young boys, and he offered me a 3-year professional contract while we were out there in Portugal, so yeah, it was good and got me involved in the first team from the following season. Yeah, that was the following season after I was offered at the end of the following season when I should have been a second-year YT for still. He gave me my professional full debut against Manchester City away, where I still had my season ticket. I had to give it away to my mum to go and sit in my seat while I went and played on the pitch, which was the maddest feeling ever. Because I watched them home and away. I wasn't just a part-time fan. I used to go to Aston Villa getting the bus windows smashed on the way home, and I used to train. I used to play for Stockport's youth team on a Saturday morning, go across and watch Manchester City in the afternoon if the Stockport first team are away from home, so we wouldn't have to do any jobs. I'd go across and watch City in the afternoon. So to go and play there that season when I started a season ticket was unbelievable, and I managed to score on my debut against them as well. We got beat 4-1, but I made it 1-0 straight after Sean Goater had scored, and it was best feeling ever. I haven't got a lot, to be fair, but one I started doing with the kitman Tarty last season. Whenever he puts the armband on me, he puts the armband on me before the game, and he headbutts me. We headbutted each other for good luck as he puts the armband on, and I think every time he did it last season I was scoring and we were winning, so we just kept it going, and we've actually done it in the pre-season games this season, so yeah, we'll probably keep that going. I think it's such a tight-knit group of lads that everyone's really close, and I'm not just saying that because it's on camera. I think they're all a great set of lads, and obviously my new roomie, Kieran Agard, we've been getting on really well, and you'll probably see that we did really well in the quiz when you see that, or the roomie kind of quiz. So no, I think everyone's really close-knit. It's a great set of lads, and everyone gets on really well, and we do everything as a group. There's no cliques, so I'd probably say they're all good lads. Whenever I get asked that, I just think of Carlton Palmer. He was my manager at Stockport, and he was just so funny. When he was manager, he was player manager, but he got asked in 442 magazine, what would you do if you won £1 million? And usually managers would say, signed Michael Owen or had signed somebody, and he said I'd put it in the bank with the other three. And he was our manager, and he was so big time, but in a funny way. It wasn't in a bad way. He used to make the lads laugh. I remember one time, one of our young strikers, he used to join in training because he was player manager, and one of our young strikers turned him inside out, and it was next goal wins. And so when he scored the goal, the young striker, it ended the game, and the assistant tried to wind the gaffer up, Carlton Palmer, and said, "Carlton, you got turned inside out there, mate. Wasn't very good." He goes, "Yeah, I did, Rico, but I didn't in the new camp when I marked Ronaldo at the game." And he was just always coming out with big time comments like that. And it was like, whenever he'd have a go at the lads, he'd say, "Oh, what are you boys on? 1-2 grand a week? I've lost more running for the bus." And he was forever just hammering the lads, but they took it well. And it wasn't. I'm not hammering him saying it. He was just constantly coming out with stuff, and he was so funny. And I could go on all day about him. He was a good guy, and he was quite a good manager at the time. He didn't get given much of a chance, but yeah. He just made me laugh every day, but he was fit. He was always up the front of the pack running, and he could play, and he played for England, so a lot of respect for him. But yeah, he was a funny guy.